Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. This is Composing Live. My name is Joshua Sohn, where we have a close and up close personal look at how music is made. And today we have a very special episode on a maybe a more obscure movie that you might not have seen. It's called Face of Another. And this movie is pretty weird, I would have to say. It was made a long time ago. It's black and white, and I watched it when I was in college years ago, like decades, like 15 years ago. And but the music left an impression on me, and I saw it because I knew it was composed by none other than Toru Takemitsu, who is one of the goats of all the Japanese composers, but just composers in general. And so I thought I'd shine a light on his music with this nice waltz. And this waltz is quite Western, it's quite romantic. It's a lot different than some of the other stuff that you might be aware of from Toru Takemitsu's catalog. But I thought it'd be fun to do it, and also it'd be a great way to challenge myself to write in this style of music. So let's go ahead and play you this recording. I got this one from a Naxos one on Spotify, and I really like the phrasing. I might, tweak a little bit of it, but pretty much I'm gonna try to use this as the guide or reference on getting that going. So here we go. Hey, Guy, good to see you, by the way. All right, let's go ahead and press play, and this is Face of Another. All right, beautiful. Okay, so that is the music from Toru Takemitsu's Waltz from Face of Another. Um, I found this score, by the way, online. I think you can find it as well. I don't have a link to it, but I got it off of PDF Coffee, of all places, and it's actually from a bigger collection of scores called Three Film Scores from Toru Takemitsu. So this is the third one. So yeah, if you guys want that, you can just Google it, and you can actually download it and just get a copy for studying purposes. It's a great piece of music. it always left an impression on me, and I think I've was influenced by this in some shape or another when I wrote a waltz of my own, and it's just something that it's kind of timeless. This type of music is like uh, it works for so many things, and I just love the orchestration, the different techniques involved. So let's actually dive in and talk about that. First off, let's just kind of um, point out the more obvious stuff. First is we're in key of C minor, and you know the the very beginning, these first two notes, it's a molto sostenuto, excuse me, which in some ways you would play these like whole notes, or like we would have like their own bars of their own for those two notes. So what I did was I did map this out, and what you'll hear if I put the click on is I did it in a way so this is easy to track when I put all the notes in, is to just treat them like whole notes. All right, and then the speed goes up from there. So this is where the melody really starts, but this thing is tricky in itself. So that's my strategy there. We're gonna treat these like whole notes instead. So the bar numbers will not reflect what I'm actually playing. So like this is bar 3, and that's bar 2, or actually bar 1 with the pickups here. So that's going to be a little bit confusing. That's something to kind of wrap my head around and get used to when I'm reading the score and playing to it. The other thing I thought was interesting is that there's a divici with the double bass. So half of the bass or contrabass is playing this as an arco with the bow, and then the other half is pizzicatoing that. So I thought that was fascinating. I haven't actually seen that before. Maybe it's a common thing, but it does kind of give a little bit more bite to these notes, and it looks like the bass, for the most part, they do pizzicatos, and then every now and then you'll see some phrasing of notes being drawn out with the pizzicato, or excuse me, with the arco. And then yeah, there's some splits as you go through the score. Sometimes the violas, the cellos, even the violins, all of them do divises. So that's going to be a challenge with the programming, even though there's only 5 instruments. That doubles the work. So that's something to think about. When I had my template set up in a way to tackle this, I decided to do two patches of the same one for each instrument. So this is first violins 1, and then A B. So that's for the divises, and then I did that for every one of those. And then I also have some solo instruments down here to maybe layer and see if that makes it sound bigger or just more defined. We might not need it. I also have a plethora of other string libraries, Pacific string from Performance Samples, ABSS. That's I just put that down as Audio Bro. That's the symphonic string library that comes with the native instruments. I have Vista, which is also Performance Samples, East West Opus, and Spitfire. So, you know, I had these just as an option, but I think for this particular library or this track, we should probably stick with the CSS, Cinematic Studio Strings. I just got it. I've worked with it in the past, but I personally just got it myself and put that into expression maps and all that. So we're going to be working with that primarily today. So I think we can go ahead and get started. This is really challenging, as you may know, going back and forth with the score. So I will flip back and forth. I do apologize if this like flashing light blinds you, and so I'll maybe give you guys a heads up if that's the case. But I will go back and forth. I think the first thing to do then is to, since we got the tempo, is to actually just start with the bass line, the easy part. Let's go ahead and do that. So I think, for the most part, I could probably just record this in and just play it through. So I'll go ahead and zoom out to page fit. And this is kind of what I did with the last transcription that I did with the Moldau by Biedrich Smetana. This is kind of a similar approach. So, all right. Double bass, we're going to go ahead and do pizzicato, and then I'm going to double that with the arco side of things, and you'll notice how, like, around measure 5, it's doubling, but then 1 is actually extending out the note and sustaining, while the pizzicatos that have the stems facing downwards are just doing the plucks. So maybe we'll do that first. Let's go to, we'll call this B, since it's facing down, and let's go ahead and play around with the pizzicatos. Okay, I'm gonna mute this other track as well. All right, let's see what we can do here. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that in so that we have a little frame of reference there. Okay, so there is that. Let's go ahead and put this in pizzicato, and I'm just gonna bring it all the way over here. Okay, so next thing is we're gonna try recording it. Let's see. Here we go. Back to the next page. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. That was on this measure 16. And I just realized the tempo is changing so much that I'm not gonna play on the perfectly on time, just because of the push and pull. So I thought about that. I think it would be good to turn off the tempo track and just go nice and steady, like for the at least for the rest of the time. Let's do 108. Okay, or actually, no, is it 140? I think it was 140 before. Let's turn it back on real quick. Where are we at? Oh, it's actually 160. Ooh, that's fast. Okay, so then let's go over here. Maybe I'll go 150. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and put this to the grid. Just make it easy that way. Okay, so we're just laying down the framework. And, try to maintain some of the velocities, get all that going. Okay, so then I stopped here on the D. Oh, yeah, I see. So that's where that would be, right? Let's go to the next phrase, which is it's just a repeat of that A section, where it's like the second half of it. So a lot of this would be the same, but it does change up a little bit. So let's go ahead and tackle that. Let's look at this last page. So we got G, C. Okay, I might have to remember that one, G, C. Okay, so here we go. Let's go to measure. Oh, and then the counting is a little funky here too because of the slow down, all that. But this is in 4 time, and then it goes to 3/4 for 2 bars. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, I'm actually singing it and going faster than I should. Let's try that again. There we go. Oops, wrong note, sorry. Okay, so easy, right? Easy peasy. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, and I'm gonna put the click down just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so yeah, maybe that C right there was a bit loud. Okay, so now that we have that set, let's go to the other side. This would be the CSS bass A section. I'm gonna actually copy this though, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring this over here. And I don't know, maybe on this side we program it in. So let's go to the bigger screen of that. I'm just gonna go and make sure we can see all of this. Okay, so let's kind of study where we are here. So I think on the first 4 bars, it's arco. So let's go ahead and change that over to staccato, maybe. Okay, and already that sounds a lot harsher. So yeah, we'll have to kind of adjust for that. And I'm not sure if that's the best articulation, but let's do that for now. And also, I think over here I didn't set it for pizzicato, so let's go ahead and change that over. Boom. Okay. So going back to the A section, we're going to go to the 5th bar, which would be bar 7. And I think over here, this is when it actually goes to whole notes or dotted half notes to fill up the whole bar. So this is where maybe we do something like this. Let's go back to this screen and show you what I mean. So we have C, E, whole notes, D flat, G, and then C. So all of these are doing that. So with that, there's some shaping with the dynamics that we have to kind of also consider. But it looks like all the way up until there is arco. I do have to change this as well on both sides of the bass. That's going to be interesting because it's the same sample. If I'm doubling with using the same samples, it's not really doing much besides just making it louder. So that's something I have to think about. I've actually heard tricks with that. Maybe what we do is what did there are some tricks to this. I think what some people do is they detune it a little bit. They go something like, I don't know, like let's say point negative 0.03, and maybe on this one we go the opposite. We go 0.03 that way. What's another thing that people do? Let's see if that does enough. But yeah, so going to what I was saying, let's do whole notes like so. Okay, let's see. Right here, we're gonna go, yeah, legato. I see. Okay, so here is that from the start. Okay. Now it's weird because I hear staccato again, so that's because this wasn't kicking in. What's tricky is it's kind of quiet, so we gotta dial that up a little bit. Let's try that again. Okay, and so the part where it doubles is right here. So this is where should I use a different library or do that little trick I just showed you. Let's just see how it sounds. It's probably really subtle the way I had that. It's kind of phasey. So you can hear the phasiness, which kind of sucks. All right, so maybe what I do, because of the unison arco stuff that's happening down here, we use two different libraries. And in that case, let's bring up one of these guys. So I really like the Spitfire stuff. I think it's head to head with the CSS in some ways. CSS is great for the programming. It's just a lot more uniform. But just because what we have going on here, maybe what we do is do the plucks down here. And let's see. Do I have, I don't have this set up for some reason. So let's reassign that. Hope everyone's doing well, by the way. I know over here in the States, we have our big holiday weekend coming up, and hope everyone has some good plans for that. Okay, and let's turn on the tempo track as well. See what we can do to mitigate some of that. Okay, let's see how this sounds so far. It's a bit on the heavy side, so I'm gonna just bring this down a little lighter. Also, I gotta make sure that the vibrato's on. All right, so let's bring the vibrato over here. I'm gonna bump this up just a bit. Okay, so I'm just setting the levels here. I feel like what I could do with this is do it one more time. I feel like it needs to grow a little more. Also, I did this funky thing earlier, right? I'm gonna just go back to 0 on the tuning there. Okay, let's try this again. Dee, dee. Okay, so you have that. Then we do that again over here. Let's look at the dynamics. So, okay, going to the second half. Let's kind of pay attention to everything. There's a lot going on. So you have mezzo forte. Before is also mezzo forte. So we'll kind of start the same way, and then on the second time around, when we probably essentially copy and paste this, we'll just make sure that the second part is quieter, because it says, I think it says it here. Oh yeah, it says it on here, the MF and then down to P. Or maybe I misinterpreted that. In the recording, it goes quieter on the repeat, but actually this thing I'm pointing to actually is actually the it's just that note dee da 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 da. It's just saying hit it hard and then go quiet, so that the staccato isn't so loud. But yeah, okay. But that was the idea. The phrasing on the recording was quieter, so just kind of keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and then look at the other thing. So going back to this, we have the same arco bowing that keeps going here. The notes are different though. And one thing I need to consider, and I forgot to on the first half, is there's one split here where they're not in unison, they're actually in octaves. Same here. I think there's a little bit more going on this side where they split, especially here on this measure. So we'll fix that in a second. So we have all of this, which are in octaves. Easy enough. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and start on this fifth measure here. We're going to go like this. So on the purple side, no, it would be this side, right? Okay, so we'll go like this. We'll go this way, this way, this way. Okay, so all of this needs to now go here. Okay, and then at some point it goes higher. I think it's this measure, which would be the 4 measures after right here. On that C, it goes an octave higher. One thing I should mention too is CSS is weird because everything is actually an octave higher sounding or written in the piano roll here. So these are actually playing the same notes, but then this will actually be an octave higher. Okay, and then we'll go like this. And then this is in unison. Okay, so we're gonna shape this now. Here we go. Oops. Okay. And then probably that last note doesn't have to be so growly. Okay. So there's that little fix I wanted to do where there's these notes in octaves. So I'm going to go back to the score. We have A, that's an octave, and then a C. Okay, I think I know where that is then. So that's measures 9 and 11, which would, I think you just add 2 to that, so that would be 11, 13. Okay, so I think we have our first phrase or first A section for the basses done. Let's just listen to it. All right, and then I'm just going to do a couple things. I'm going to EQ for taste. It's a bit growly. Partly of that is also just the velocity, so I'm going to bring that down. Okay, all right. Let's go to something that complements that. So now we have some like a harmonic foundation. This is a CSS bass. Okay, so now let's turn off this metronome or this tempo track, and let's go to the probably the next step would be violas actually before adding cellos, just because this has the chuck chuck, and as you can see here, we have what looks like, if I zoom in just a little bit, right here, violas are doing a divisi already, so that's going to be tricky to just figure out who's who. It looks like, I mean, the stems up is one voice and the stems down one, but it's doing this double stop thing, so it's kind of hard to follow sometimes, but we'll do our best. And then these are hooked bowings, or what's another word for that? Broken slurs or portato. So these type of bowings, they're detached a little bit, and so it's like John John, SM Donna, SM John John, John John. So a bit of that going on all the way through, and as you can see here on all of the measures leading up to the break, it's pretty predictable in terms of the rhythm, and then we stop. So let's do that first half, and maybe, I don't know, for this one, do we program? Partly for me, reading alto clef is always a headache, but yeah, this is doing a C minor chord. So let's go ahead and figure that out as we go. Let's go to our violas. All right, so let's do the double stop voice. So over here we have what look like G and a E flat, right? G and E flat. Just double checking. Okay, so we have G and E flat, and it would be E flat above the middle C. So there we go. That's the first part. So if we're doing hook bowings, how do we want to do that? I mean, we can make them staccato as one thing. We can try doing like a more marcato thing. Let's see how that would sound. Okay, let's go balance that out. Okay, so that's one option. Let's try the staccato approach. To me, that sounds fine. And hook bowing, I mean, you can't really. I don't know if there's like actual portato samples. There, actually, Jaeger does provide portato samples. As I'm saying that, I was like, oh yeah, actually they do. Let's see. Let's actually open up a thing of the Jaeger. I actually have that as well in my library. So if I were to open this guy up and turn it on, maybe I'm just going to play around with it for a second, see if it sounds better. So instead of staccato, we're going to do portato, which is a fancy word for hook bowing. All right, and so that's a bit strong. Maybe we bring down the modulation, the mod wheel. As opposed to this one. Let's try this one. Let's see here. There. And again. Yeah, so Jaeger is a bit harsh, and it's not stylistically not what we want. So then, and just for giggles, here's the Jaeger and staccato. Yeah, that's a bit too short. This one's okay. It's I mean, it's really detached. I'm just thinking, is there any other ones? Let's try this one. Okay, this one sounds even better. So it's for sforzando on this library here with the shorts. So it's on the top of this little wheel, and I think that actually would work better. So let's stick with that as our game plan, and then maybe we randomize some of the velocities a bit just to kind of add some variation, and then let's go and program this as we go. So we're gonna have to go back and forth. On this, we have the next notes. You have, what is that? G and F. Okay, so G and F twice, and that spells out looks like a G dominant seventh chord. And then here, this is a C. This is back to the C minor, and then this is doing the C minor, but it's jumping up to the G. Okay, so I think I can do that much. So this is going to F, and then this goes to, I think that's what we have so far. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to get through this step by step. So we have, what is this? An A flat and a, man, it always takes me forever. This is an F. A flat and F. Okay, so A flat and F. Go back over here. Okay, let's hear how this sounds so far. Without the solo. Okay, good. And some of that bass we might want to smooth that out just a bit. Sounds maybe a bit loud. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we'll come back to that. Here is the next part. D flat. Okay. We have, looks like a F and a D flat. Okay. F, D flat. Let's go to the next measure too. This is back to the C. Okay. So we have F. And then back to this C minor chord. Okay, next. Over here we have C minor chord again. Again, I apologize for flipping back and forth here. The bright light I'm pretty sensitive to nowadays. So for me, it's kind of getting used to the light and switching back. So I know how that goes. So you have the C minor, and then this is a, if this was G, then this is F sharp. Okay, D, F sharp, D. So this is a D7 chord, and then this is a D7 chord as well, but it's going to C. Okay. Oop, there you go. And then moving on, now we're extending these out, making it longer, and going from there. We have, this is going to be F, D, F, D, okay, F, G, D, so F, D, G, D. This is G and F, F, okay. Here we go. So combine these, and then this is F, D, like that. And then I think closing it out, we have this note, which is a same note actually. All right, didn't have to change over. Okay, And these notes actually we want to extend. So because they're double stops, we have to do this, the sustain. Okay, and I'm assuming we extended all the way out up until, oh, I see. I see. So, how should we do this? There's going to be a run right here. Maybe we do that SFC Sforzando thing again over there. Okay, let's go and press play and do some phrasing. Let's try one thing before going here. Let's tweak this just a bit. Okay, I like that first half a little bit better with the bass. All right, now it goes down. Oh, oops. And this one needs to be right here. Oh, I see. So this is where it's kind of funky. There's a run that happens, and actually the downbeat. Should I call this 3/4, and then do that instead? Maybe I do that, and then that'd be less confusing. And then put this over here. Yeah. Let's do that for now. Okay. Oh yeah. That sounded funny because these weren't aligned. So. Okay. Now that might be too short. So let's go. Maybe this one. Okay. Yeah, that should work. That length, I'm not sure how long we go. Maybe we go like that. And that actually brings a point here. All of these should be sustaining, I believe. Let's go this one. And then this one here, we go, well, I think it's pizzicato. No, this isn't pizzicato. This is a marcato, probably. Okay. Okay. Good. So that is Viola part 1. Now let's go ahead and do this real quick. All right. So now going to the second voicing, which is the stems down, we have C, C, B, B, D, D. All right. C. Oh, oops. There we go. And then moving on, we have, or did I flip that? B, B, and then D, D. Oops. Okay. So these should be, oh, excuse me. This should be over here. Okay. So we got the right articulation. This is kind of confusing because it was brought down, but I'll just put this here. Okay. Ah, that's nice. Okay, so let's just figure the rest out real quick. We have the next line being C, C's, and then this is D flat, which is an interesting chord. B, okay. All right, and then we have C, C. All right, and then after this part, B. Let's see, did I think I skipped a few things. Okay, so then BB would be here. Huh, what did I do? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That makes sense to me. Let's see, C's, D flat, B, back to C twice. Oh, C three times. That's what it is. Okay, all right. Now the last four measures. Here we go. We have B's, and then this is B's. Cool. So it's kind of spelling. It looks like spelling out a B. Excuse me, G7 chord here. Okay. We'll have to figure that part out. It sounds a little flabby in terms of the phrasing. Yeah. Let's see. Could be maybe this voice. Yeah. Maybe it's just too loud. Okay. All right. Now, did I get any of this wrong? Let's see here. Right there. So what am I doing here that's different? It should be I think it's A natural. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. This is a little funky to me. Right here. Oh, it's doing a different articulation. Okay, so let's fix that. Let's put this on. Yeah. Oh, you know what it is? It's probably the breath. Let's see here. Do I have that in there? I don't. Okay, so let's put that in. Maybe here. So let's put the vibrato all the way up. Yeah. Great. Okay. Should we keep going with viola and just fill the other half out? I think it's pretty much the same. So let's go, to save some time, let's just go ahead and bring this in here. Okay, but on this measure instead. And let's hear it and kind of watch it as we play. So like this. Oops. Let me try that again. Okay, so it's a little bit different on one of those chords. I think the first part was okay. First four measures. I think that's, we can just compare these over here side by side. So then fifth measure and fifth measure are the same. Okay, here is the same, but this one's different. Okay, So what is this? We have a G chord, but it's doing more like a G7 chord. Okay, so it's that one right there. So instead of the C sharp or D flat, we're going to bring it up to a D instead. But that's not a D, that's an F and a D up on the higher voice. Okay, so like that. All right, something else is not sounding right. So let's check this chord. That's the one right before it. We have that's A flat, D flat, F, which that's what I have. Okay, so let's look at the bass line. We have E flat. Oops. Going over here. So this is not in the right place. Let's see. Okay. I think this is supposed to be a D flat. Okay. I just put a wrong note there. Okay. All right, let's keep going. So checking the chords, I think they change. We have right over here. Okay, so now we have this one C. So this is G7 chord, and then this is the spot that we're on. C minor, D dominant seventh, and then this is the this is a interesting chord. It resolves right here. So this is a F E flat. So F7 F minor 7th chord, and then it goes to that. I'm not going to remember that. I'm going to have to come back to that in a second. Okay, so this one's different. This is the F sharp. Oh yeah, D7. Okay, let's do that real quick. Opening up here. Okay, here is different. So we have F. Actually, that's the same. Oops. Over here, yeah, that's the same. But here is where it changes. So you have that F, C, E flat. And then it resolves. And here it goes to a G7 chord. Was that oh yeah, it's a G on the bottom. Okay, yeah, so maybe we write that down. Oh, hello. Over here, this is an interesting chord. You have an F minor 7 over A flat, and then this goes to resolution, and then it goes to that C minor. Okay, and then this will change as well, so let's go ahead and fix that real quick. Over here, oh, that's weird. Every time I do that, I gotta make sure I do it twice. Okay, so we have C minor chord on this very end. And then on the second, it's the same thing, C minor, C minor. Okay, so that's easy. Also, maybe we decrescendo just a little bit. So all of this, let's just delete. And let's find one of these guys. So this is that C minor chord. And you go bum 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 like that. And then, as I was saying, is we'll just kind of bring out down some of the velocity. Sorry. Okay. So, oh, hello. That's so weird. It's a weird Cubase thing. All right. So, what am I trying to say? Over here, something is not right. Oh, okay. I think I need to just bring this over here. There we go. Okay. Great. So we are now able to put violas and the bass to rest. Fun stuff. Also, I was kind of dissecting some of the chords. Maybe we do that together, just because once you see these boom chucks, like the bass and the offbeat notes, I think it'll be good to analyze this and see where we are on all of this. So it's kind of hard to see, but there's a note name on all of these, and I can even zoom out just a little bit if that helps. But so what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at that together and just put all of these chords in. If it's just like a bass line with a like an inversion of it, or the same chord but just like a different moving bass, we'll just leave that as is. But this one, let's see here, this would be a G7 chord like that. So we're just gonna zoom through this. I did analyze this, to be honest with you, before and just kind of studying it, so I had it in my head. So I'm not like a musical genius by any means, and seeing this for the first time, although I might act like I did. So over here you have a D, let's see, right there. So this is an interesting chord. This is actually a D, no, it's actually an inversion of it. So where am I thinking? Where am I thinking? There's a D flat somewhere here. Okay, so this is wrong. This is the D flat. Okay, this is the part. I'm glad I'm analyzing, because I actually had a bad bass line. This is a D flat chord, which is the flatted second of the tonic. Right there. And then it does this weird chord here. It's like a flat fifth, a G flat fifth chord, something like that. But there's also a seventh in there, so like that. Okay, and then same thing, we have this C minor, and then this is the D major 7. Oops, we're not gonna do any bass line like slash chords over here. We're just doing the essence of the chord. This is a G7, I believe. Okay, and then also this is sounding a little funky. I think that's partly because of the breath is not on set as well here. For some reason, the vibrato sounds a lot better in the CSS, so we always try to keep that on for something like this. Okay, and then the chords are very similar on the second half, so maybe I'll up to here, just copy it over. So then the only difference is this chord, I believe. This just goes to a normal G7 chord. Okay, so great that we did that because I fixed one bad note as we were doing that. Now we can move to, let's say the cellos would be good. Cellos, fill in kind of in between that. Let's look at going back to the score. Flashing white light. We have this. Okay, and divisi, so meaning top voice, bottom voice, doing two different things. Okay. Oh, this is what I was afraid of. Tenor clef. Okay, so tenor clef would be just a flip of the switch on the brain here. So it looks like it's an F and probably an F. And then it's in unison or octaves here. So okay. And then here, is that right? Da-da-da. I always get the notes all messed up in my head. So this would be a D. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully that sounded like music. Oh, I think I skipped this whole system too. Okay, but that for me is just to practice and reading these notes as is. This is gonna take a little slower time for me, but let's do the easy part. So we have unison. Maybe we go high note first. One, two, three. Okay, I'm not gonna try on that the next part. So what's nice about CSS is it's made to be programmed, so you can quantize a lot of this. Although it would sound better if you don't. Still, but just for the sake of time and also the tenor clef, the wretched tenor clef, I'm gonna have to go a lot slower on this. So we have that note, which is an F, right? F. Okay. So yeah, this that F. Should we try that? Let's see. Okay. Let's try again. Maybe slow it down just a bit. Oh, actually, let's see here. Oh, one. It's on the next bar. Right. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. All right. Let's do that much. Yeah, these are all legato, right? Okay. So, I feel like some of this can be slightly louder too. I'm just gonna bump this up a little bit. Let's see. I'm gonna push and pull that a little more. Maybe too much. Let's try again. Okay. Did I do it on the right bar? I feel like it's not on the right bar, but it looks good. Okay. And then let's see. That's a G. Going up to this note though. What is that? That would be an E flat, right? Okay, so E flats. Let's try again. And then that note would be a D. D, D, D. Also, the CSS library just got, I mean, not just got, maybe last year, got an update, and it's way easier to play with. Has a low latency setting. So I'm really grateful for that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. One more time. So oh. Oops. Okay. Let's see what we could do here. Maybe a little slower. Okay, and we'll have to push that forward a little bit in a little bit. Here we go. Oh, oops. Try again. Okay, and I did do F sharp on accident. Okay, so let's do that. Is that in the right vicinity? No, it's not. Let's see. We have D, da da da, like that actually. Okay, whew. I think I can do a better job. Let's try again. I can't memorize that though. Let's try again. Okay. All right. So cool. Let's go add my screen back in here. So far so good. The phrasing on this is gonna be tricky. just because there's some lag. It's partly that, it's partly my own playing, but man, I wish I could get the timing better on this. Let's see. Okay. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. All right. Now we can push this forward just a little bit. Good. All right. So that's the first half of the top voice of cello. Let's bring this up just a bit. Let's do the second half of that cello. So luckily it's not too much different. I think we're in octaves on some of these. Maybe I'll just delete that and bring it over here. Let's see. Some of these are in 6 apart. Let's go ahead and double check that. So on the first page, we have E flat, D, D on the bottom voice of the cello. And then this is all in 6ths up until the tenor clef at this change measures 7, which is measure 9 over here. So I think that was an F. So I gotta bring that back in. Yeah, F. Okay, and then these are just a 6 below for everything. Okay, that should be it. All right, now we can turn the metronome or the tempo track back in, and it'll be a lot more lush as we do this. Okay, good. I think I'll do one little compression of the mod. Oh, alright, and here this should be an octave apart. Oh, look at that. Cool. Sounds beautiful. Let's go ahead and finish this part out with the cellos. Okay, so on the second half, which would be here, we drop out this measure. Zoom in. On this, we have this is back to bass clef. Hallelujah. We have E flat, C, K, and then it looks like it's the same. It starts the same, which is great. Maybe we'll do a different pass on the MIDI CC though, as we do this, and then over here. So that's an F. So it's a little bit different. I want to say that's an that's not an A. What is that? That is a G. So what note am I playing here that's different? Oh. Okay, all right. So D. Right. Okay. All right. Next page. Then we have that note just carrying over, it looks like. Okay. Let's do that much. Let me try it one more time. 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me turn off the tempo track. Oh yeah. Also, we need to copy this over like that. We're gonna mute this. Okay, so right here, this is all different. Let's go ahead and do that. Should we retain this? It might work. I don't know. I'm just gonna delete it. And let's go ahead and start there. So you got your F. Okay, let's go back. So maybe go one bar more. Right? Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, on the downbeat. Ah, okay. Close, close, close. Let's try again. D. Okay. One bar of that. There we go. Okay, now I gotta go back one. I apologize. And I'm gonna record. Here you go. Cool. That's it. Okay, so going back to the programming side. So we have something like this, and we push it forward. And then bring the tempo back up. Okay, so there's a lot of going back and forth. Now I'm gonna revamp some of the phrasing here. Here we go. Cool. All right. So then let's just take what we did over on that side. Let's just double check the bottom notes. It looks like they're also in octaves all the way through. Great. So we're going to go ahead and do the phrasing. Might as well just delete this, bring this back over in, and these are in thirds. Okay, great. So cello is more or less done. So we have the kind of the more background of things. Now we're gonna be able to add the foreground, which is the essence of this waltz melody. So there's a lot going on in the waltz melody. First off, where do we start? I'd say maybe we do the top voice and then we work our way down. So let's try doing a little bit of that. Let's see. We have. There's a little separation there. Did I play that right? Another separation. Dee. That's what it is. Okay. Let's try it again. There's a little bit of lag there. Maybe we try a different articulation. What's nice about the Cinemax Studio strings, they have a lot of articulations. And this one might be better. This is a marcato. Oh. This is just more in your face. This is kind of what you want. Although it doesn't have as much vibrato. I don't know if you can control that. Let's see. I don't think that's doing anything with the CC data, but that's okay. I think we can do that. Maybe we can layer it with something that has a lot of vibrato too. Oh. And then we'll stop there because the next part, that run that is on measure 16, is really fast. And we'll have to do some programming, or I could probably play it, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so that's the idea. I think we'll play it in to get a little more realism, and we'll see how we do. The hardest part though is I'm gonna have to turn off the tempo track, keep it more steady, and just remember that these first two notes are whole notes, the way I have it set up. Okay, let's try it. Put the click on. Is this a good tempo? I can do that. Anyways, that's the first attempt. Let's try again. I messed up a few times. Whoops. I had to change the page. Let's try again. Okay, so go ahead and stop that. Cool. So this is a marcato legato. Even better, right? Most sample libraries don't have legato attached to marcato, which is amazing that they were able to do that. And with the runs, that really helps. So that's what I have timing wise. Let's maybe we turn the tempo track back on and let's see how it sounds. Might have to adjust a few things. So let's just do that first part. This I like the recording. Let's go back to this recording real quick. If you hear it, there's a bit of a detached sound, and it's not exactly what's written in the score, but I kind of like it. So I don't know. I'm a little torn on the phrasing there, but because I've heard like a dozen different recordings recently, and they kind of most of them do it as the score. They kind of just do like a marcato feel, or even like a it can just be like legato even. If that's the case, we phrase this down just a little bit. And that's more of the recording. And then the rest is marcato, I believe. Let's see. Maybe not. Let's change these over to here. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Right. And for some reason it's like quiet on that part, so let's see what's going on here. I hate to quantize it fully. But man, it's tricky. It's like maybe I just play it again. Oh, but this has to be marcato, right? Okay, I can do it. Let's try again. Yeah. Record though. There we go. Interesting. It's like it's rushing and it feels like it's slowing down there. That's better. Okay. Interesting. And why is it? It just sounds funky. Let's see. It's just the phrasing. Okay, right there. Up to there was okay. Let's see if I can get that to play in time better. Okay, and let's go here. It should be like around here. Alright, so timing wise, let's look at the tempo track and the signature. This is where it gets dicey on a click track. So you have. Whoa, hello. First off, let's get the timing here also better. Okay, anyways, there everyone stops here. Okay, so the whoa. Okay, 1 second. Let's see what's going on. Where is the bass at here? So the purple. So it goes. Okay. Interesting. So the note I need to land on is somewhere on like 18 and a half. Okay. So over here, if Landing on 4 is nice too, though. Oh, I see. It has to go earlier. Okay. So if I were to push it back this way and then go here. That might work. Let's see. Okay, and let's listen to the recording just as a reference on the phrasing. Yeah, I see that detachments is a very stylistic choice from the director, which is cool, but it's so different. Yeah, I kind of like both ways. I'm a little torn on how to phrase that. Yeah, it doesn't have to be so loud either, so it just needs to sound clear. So how about that detachment? Do 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 do, and then do it again. Let's try that. Okay, so let's do the second half. So the second half goes. Oh, it goes way higher. Wait. Oh, no, actually not way higher. It's the same kind of thing. I'll try again. Notice there's a split right there with these long notes. So that'll be interesting to hear that. Let's try it. And let's go ahead and turn off the tempo track again. Okay. Yeah, I missed it. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. Great. So let's figure out what I did wrong or anything that I need to fix. Let's turn the tempo track back on. Okay. All right, let's shape it. I think the timing was okay for the most part. Maybe here's a bit dragged. Okay, let's look at the phrasing a little bit in more detail. So the score says to decrescendo right here on this bar. So dee da dee da dee da dee, and a lot quieter, and then bring it back up. Gives a more contrast for the moments that do get loud. But man, these things are that swell is so fast. It's you can't do everything. But we'll try. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see if I can phrase that a little bit better. Great. And this is going to sound so good once we add the inner voicings and all of that. The only other change maybe is here. Something like that. Okay, let's see. Right here, just a bit. And then let's phrase that. That's a little tricky to do in the middle. Okay, great. And we'll do the repeat on that in a little bit. Let's go to the next part. So we'll maybe work our way down, doing the divisi for violin 2, or excuse me, violin 1. So this is in unison. They break out here. I realize though, when you do unison in CSS, it's kind of weird because it's gonna play the same note. So maybe I hold off on this part for the first two measures, and then when they divisi, only add the notes starting here. Maybe we do it that way, or we can try a Spitfire. But I really like the phrasing, and I just like the intensity of that marcato legato. So maybe we'll try this first. So a lot of this I can just program in. It's gonna take a second to get myself wrapped back into treble clef and memorizing some of these notes, but it looks like these are in thirds for the most part. So maybe I'll do it in chunks of 4 measures or so. This is a B, so that's a 6 below. And then this is a 5th, a 6th, 6th, and then 5th. Okay, let's try that much. So we go here. So what I was saying is, for the first 2 measures, how should we do this? Let's do it like this. You know what? I need to add this in. And going back here, let's go ahead and delete, or maybe we mute it for now. Do that. All right, and that seemed kind of early, or just behind the beat for some reason. Anywho, I think going back here, it goes dee up. Okay, so we need to start there and do some splits. Um, 6 below. C like this. Okay, we're getting there. Okay. Let's check these notes. So I was thinking 6 below and be easy. Oh, this is a fifth below. I see. So 6, sixth, and a fifth. All right. There we go. Okay, so then phrasing here might be just a bit much on the decrescendo. So let's rephrase this. It's a little better. Okay. And we'll have to do that for the other instruments, I think, as well for the max effect. Let's keep going. So orange, going back to the second voice of first violin, we have, this is a what? A 6 below, 6 below. This is a 6 below, 6 below. Okay, so maybe go that much. Okay. All right. Hey, Cheyenne's in the house. How you doing? Let's see. So we have F, and then this is a A flat and F, D flat. Okay. Let's go to the next part. B, E flat. So thirds, sixth, third, third. I also notice sometimes if they overlap, they won't play. So might as well do a healthy dose of that. Okay, the timing here is a little funky, so let's fix this part. I think I'm rushing in, so it sounds like I'm slowing down. Okay. All right, next. This is measure 12 probably. So 11, 12. We have a sixth, a D, F sharp, third, sixth. Oops. Is that A flat? A natural. So then this makes me wonder, should I change this articulation just for a moment? It's a bit harsh. Oh, interesting. These should be all marcato, I believe. Marcato, legato. Hello. What's going on here? Oh, look at that. So this should be all marcato, legato. Like that. Oh, interesting. So all of this here needs to change. Let's see. Starting here. Oh, that sounds way better. Okay. So I need to adjust the volume though. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, we'll dial the volume down perhaps later, but it's getting there. That's the intensity we want. It sounds great. I was not so privy to the Cinematic Studio strings, but I have a lot of friends that use it, and um, I mean, I figured I'd give it another chance. It was partly because there were certain things in the previous version I didn't like, but I'm really liking this new version, the version 1.7 of this CSS. It's fantastic. I'm really digging it so far. Okay, so let's go to the next half. So you have that little run. It looks like they're in thirds after the second note. So let's go ahead and change that up. We have, oh no. Make sure that you don't do all parts. There you go. Let's see. So we just gotta make sure we're adding the right flats in. What am I doing wrong? Should be C. Okay. And then I think this also goes. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was just checking here in the beginning. The second violins do that, but then on the second part, it's first violins. Okay. Thirds for those three measures. Sixth, third. Okay. So it's kind of similar. So we go something like this. And then this is a six below. Okay. And then this part, I'm assuming it's going to be the same. So let's go ahead and just copy that down over on that side here. Huh, it's a little bit different actually on that run. Is it? Or am I looking at a different spot? I don't think it actually is the same. Okay, so C, E flat, G. Okay, what am I doing wrong? C, E flat. I see. Okay, I'm gonna check that real quick. This is measure, I don't even know what measure that would be. This is 5 after the second half. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have B. Okay, that's good. Then we go to this part. This is a 6, 2, 6, a third, and a 6. Okay. Wait, 2, 6, I said, right? Yeah. There's a third and a 6. Okay. And then going to the next part, we have So this would be a third, a sixth, sixth, and a third. But what measure? Right here. Third, sixth, sixth, and a third. Is that right? Yeah, same notes. Okay. So this overlaps. So this definitely need to make sure they don't do that. Okay. Moving on. Last four notes we have a sixth, a fourth, and then it changes slightly here. Okay. Next page. Okay, great. All right, so a sixth, a fourth. Yeah, on that D7 chord, that makes sense. And then this is where it goes a little different. We go something like. There we go. Okay, great. Let's try hearing all that first, just our instant gratification. Here, a little longer there. Okay, sounds pretty good. I'll make a quick tweak. So that's a little too long now. Good, and then I think if we just add a little more reverb, this will help with tailing of that little moment. Yeah, also here. Maybe we go louder. So, let's see. Something like that. So, Wow, that's interesting. I don't know how to, maybe we change the timing, oops, of this so it's a little slower. Yeah, that's good. And then more crescendo at this point. Maybe we should use this little shaper. Something like that. I think that helps. There you go. That's about right. I like that little pause with that crescendo. Okay. All right, that's exciting. Let's go ahead and do the second violins. So second violins are also split. as you can see here, or maybe not. For some reason I thought it did. Maybe it's on the second section. No, so this will be quick. Oh yeah, so second section they do split on the trio, but on here this is just one voice. So okay, this will be nice to not have to deal with splits. Now let's just take a look here. Okay, it's doing like a harmony thing. No, it's not doing harmony thing. So the only thing that harmonizes is just the first few notes here. Oops. I'm tempted to re-record or record this part in as well. That's kind of hard to play. And then it actually changes here. One, two, one, two. Dun, dun. Next page. Okay. Getting used to that little run without the pause. So I'm used to kind of extending that out, but this is that inner voice. I love that. It reminds me of Batman. And oops. Yeah, I should play it. I should record that and play it because there's only one part. I don't have to think about splits. Let's practice it. Here we go. Oh, hello. My articulation got all funky there. There you go. It's doing like spiccato. So here we go again. Let's go to this one. Also, there's some funky timing here on measure 20. Let's see. I kind of like what I was doing, but it's not fitting there. It's like swinging. Is it that? Or is that right? This is right, but here. I'm swinging that part. Yeah, right there. So that needs to change. Let's move this over. Cool. And then it'll sound better once the tempo track is turned back on. Right now it's slow and nice and steady. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. All right, let's try again. All right. I think I can do better. Let's try again. Oops. Alright, well, let's try again. Oh, come on. Let's see. It's that little jump here. That's a little tricky too. Yeah, I don't think it'll be perfect, but I can do a better run on that. Oops. Okay. That was pretty good up to there, right? So let's go ahead and just continue where we left off. I really like the phrasing on that one better overall. I just flubbed, got out of the zone there. Let's see. So you got bum bum. Okay. Okay, I think I could work with that. Phrasing is going to be trickier. Let's see. So first off, these are all marcato, legato, marcato, legato. There you go. Okay, and then. Oh yeah, let's try again. And then timing, let's just fix that real quick. Right here, this is a bit off. Right here. Ba-da, is a bit off. Okay. Ba-da-da-da. I'm missing a note. Ba-da. Okay. Okay, that sounds, or it looks off. It seems a bit rushed. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and just double check where we are. We're going to go ahead and turn the tempo track back on. Let's see, and hear everything come together. Sorry, 1 second. I just realized these notes are not quite together. And I think on this one I did legato, so let's probably match that. Okay, cool. The hard part about this is when the tempo track pushes, it sometimes sounds a little too weird, like too artificial. This is also weird here. It's not that off from each other, it's just... But something's not right here. It's like I'm missing, or I'm way ahead of the beat. I see. Way ahead. Let's fix that real quick. Cool. This one here, boo-doo-doo-doo. Let's bring it back just a bit. Yeah, let's see. This is supposed to be here. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice when they're not quite together, but I still want to just keep it a little bit more cohesive. Right, it sounds a bit brighter when it's ahead of the beat like that, so we don't want to poke too much spotlight on one particular part. It's just kind of should be all glued together. Good. Now on these inner parts, man, I'm wondering if I should bring them up more. Something along those lines. Let's see. Like that. Okay. All right. So last thing, looking at the time, I should probably call it for tonight just because we got the big holiday celebration. We got all the food prepped, all the um, veggies chopped and ready to go to cook tomorrow. So I got a early morning cooking thing that I need to do for family. But anywho, this is a lot of fun. As you can see, just to get that first half, it's a lot of work. What's nice though is that you can copy and paste and essentially do the repeat on that. But I'm just wondering, should I do that now and then do a quick mix? Let's see. Uh, if I were to do that, let's just see how that transition sounds real quick. So we have um, somewhere there. Okay, so there's that, and then yeah, so that's it right there. We could probably make that work, but we would also want to maybe do another pass on the phrasing for the second half. Uh, let's see. Oh yeah, the other thing about this is there's no pause or sostenuto over here. It's just dee da, dee da. It should be right in time. So that's another thing to mess with. Maybe you instead of let's go back here. Instead of going like this, we can just go like this. Um, dee dee dee. Yeah, right there. And maybe we extend this out just a hair. All right, and then that gives us a chance to put the notes in here. I think it's first and second violin. We have maybe I just record it in. Okay, so that's kind of the first part. This is let's just say legato, and we have the other one going like this. Okay. The only problem with this is it kind of has this little bleed over. So maybe on these two notes we don't go as long. I can hear like an attack almost, which is weird. We don't want that. There you go. That's better. Okay. Second thing, all I wanted to do was revoice, or not revoice. What am I talking about? I want to maybe add some reverb. That's all I was gonna say. We have reverb already on here in the sends, but I'm thinking, why not more? So let's do this. Let's add one of these for now, and let's put it into spaces, which is combo reverb, and we'll do like a dry to wet ratio here. So let's put this into another hall. It's already in a hall, which is great. We'll just kind of add a little more to that. I like the San Francisco. I'm not really. I haven't messed around too much with all these other halls. This is a Utah Symphony Hall, by the way, repping Utah Symphony here. Why don't we? Let's just for the hell of it, let's do that. Let's put this in here. There's talks of people, wealthy people here in Utah that want to get rid of the hall to put a like maybe a hockey arena or something in there. I don't know if you guys been following, but we have a hockey team now, an NHL hockey team in Utah, and the owner was in talks of maybe tearing down the Abravanel Hall to maybe accommodate the space and facilities of that. But anyways, we hope that never happens. Let's go ahead and put this in. Let's go ahead and put a dry about here. Let's say 4, maybe 3 even. And let's hear how that sounds. It's a little trick. It's like the Abbey Road high cut filter, low cut filter trick. You kind of want to get some of those bass frequencies out from the combo reverb. So that's what I'm doing here. And then maybe it's too wet still, so let's do that much. Okay. What else can I do? Maybe with the envelope, I'm kind of thinking, what if we bring down some of that? The only reason why I'm doing the decay shorter, it sounded a little bit too artificial to me. And then that shortens the tail a little bit. So I think we're ready now to copy that over to all the other ones. So let's go ahead and turn on this right here. And I'm just going to quickly put all those spaces settings, copy and paste them down the row here. For now, I'll also on the Spitfire, but let's see here. Spitfire is different because it's through my Vienna ensemble. So we can just keep it, but if I really wanted to, I could add it here. I think we'll just keep it actually. And then let's hear how it sounds. Voila. Okay, so that is just the first section. This is like an ABA format in the score. If you guys look over here, you can see how on this page you have the trio, the B section, and then there's a C section, no pun intended. C section here has the same melody of the A section, but there's a really cool like top line. It might be a solo violin, I think, but it doesn't say solo, so that's interesting. But as that goes, it just gets more intense and it ends that way. So a lot of fun. That shouldn't take too much more work next week. So next week we can probably do the B section, get that done. And if we have time, maybe we can sort of do a copy paste and also add the last section as well. We'll see, but we will just do what we can, and I will try to do another stream on the next week, and we will continue where we left off. Thank you for watching, guys. It's great to see familiar faces. Guy, always a pleasure to be in your company. Cheyenne, thank you for coming out to these streams as well. I appreciate it. And anyone else who's watching, feel free to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like this video, and share it with your friends, family. Also, I was gonna mention before, I forgot to do that. So let me go back to my main page real quick. I do have a new website. I just updated that and revamped it. So I'm actually going to just type it in for you guys. And over on there, you can see my sonecompositions.com. If you guys go there, you'll see the most up-to-date projects that I've been working on. If you guys are looking into doing some lessons, I have a holiday special right now. You have about 20% off of my particular rate, so you guys can check that out and let me know what you think. All right, thanks guys. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys all have happy holiday. Take care.